Hello everybody, this is Amirash and I welcome you to the one-shot session of your CBSE Class 10 Economics chapter Development. So let's get started with it. This is Amirash and I'll be teaching you your Class 10 Science and Social Studies along with friends for scoring full marks in board exams. So let's get started with Economics chapter 1, that is Development. तो क्या सब तैयार हैं? Is everybody ready for rocking? Because this session is going to be very important, especially for understanding the summary of this chapter. What this chapter exactly wants to say, right? So hit on the like button in case you haven't done that. So start करते हैं with introduction. That what do we exactly mean by the term development? क्योंकि हमने development तो बहुत बार सुना है हमारी daily life में, right? We have been listening to it that इस region का development हो रहा है. But what this exactly means, let's understand. Basically, development is a comprehensive term which includes increase in real per capita income, improvement in standard of living of people, reduction in poverty, illiteracy, etc. So what is it? Increase in the real per capita income. So that is the average income of the people, right? When the income of the people gets increased in a particular country, let's say if your father is earning 20,000 rupees, okay, initially, now his income is 40,000. So since the per capita income has been increased, can you say this is development? I can say definitely it is development. Improvement in the standard of living, the way we live our lifestyle, that gets improved. The poverty is reduced because India is a poverty stricken country. There are poor in every single locality. जहाँ पर भी जाओगे गरीब लोग तो दिखेंगे ही, राइट? इलिटरेसी है क्योंकि एजुकेशन इतना पावरफुल नहीं है इंडिया का, राइट? बिकॉज ऑफ विच सब बच्चे एजुकेटेड नहीं हो पा रहे हैं. दैट इज द थिंग. ठीक है. सो नाउ वी अंडरस्टैंड कि डेवलपमेंट का मीनिंग क्या है. अब लोग अलग अलग हैं तो उनके गोल्स अलग अलग होंगे, उनके एम्स अलग अलग होंगे. वॉट एवर दे वॉन्ट टू अचीव विल बी डिफरेंट. बट कैसे डिफरेंट है, लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड दैट. What development would mean for different people, category of a person and the developmental goals. अगर मैं बात करूँ लैंडलेस रूरल लेबरर्स, तो बहुत गरीब मजदूर हैं जिनके पास लैंड नहीं है, तो उनका क्या होगा गोल? व्हाट डू यू थिंक? दे वांट मोर डेज ऑफ वर्क. सिंस उनके पास लैंड नहीं है तो वो अपने क्रॉप्स ग्रो नहीं कर सकते, सो दे वांट मोर डेज ऑफ वर्क एंड बेटर वेजेस. दे वांट बेटर सैलरी, right? Because already they don't have the land and they are from the village. So if they are migrating to the cities, they would expect their goals would be to get a better salary package wala job, right? At least they will be given salary daily wages, maybe weekly, maybe monthly, but they want better wages than what they could get in the land. I mean, while doing farming and all that. You know that. Talking about prosperous farmers from Punjab. Now, what would their development goals be? उनके लिए development क्या होगा? Assured a high family income through the higher support prices for their crops. So, for prosperous farmers from Punjab, their goals are going to be getting a higher income. जो income अभी है उससे थोड़ी और ज़्यादा, right? वो होना चाहिए. कैसे मिलेगी? If their crops are successful, so they want their crops to be successful. Third, farmers who depend only on rain. So since they're depending only on rain, they need better irrigation facilities जिससे rain पर entirely depend ना होना पड़े. Yes. Fourth, urban unemployed youth. A young person living in a city who is unemployed. What would that person want? Employment भाई, कि मेरी employment secure रहे, मुझे employment की security मिले, right? Fifth one, a girl from a rich urban family. So living in a city, okay, and that too a rich family. So her goal would be to get as much freedom as her brother and is able to decide what she wants to do in life, to able to take all the decisions in life. Now talking about the conclusion that we get. So what do you think? What conclusion did we get by now? Anybody with any sort of plans or ideas? What do you think would have happened? Okay, let's understand that. Just a second. Perfect. We concluded that different persons can have different developmental goals. Like the rural people's developmental goals are totally different from that of the urban people. Right? The people living in the villages have different goals as compared to people living in the cities, right? People can have even conflicting goals, right? what might be the developmental goal for one person can be destructive for the other person. I gave you an example. Let me give you an example also. Last year when I was teaching this chapter, I gave you the example of industrialists and tribals. Okay, of industrialists and tribals. That industrialists want to set up dams, right, in a particular village, let's say. Okay, and there are tribals who are living there. So the goal of industrialists is to set up the dams, but then this would definitely be conflicting to that of the tribals. The tribals would say that how can you just says our area, this is our area, you cannot snatch it from us, right? So that is why they are conflicting. A conflict arises because of this. Now talking about income and other goals, because in economics, while we are reading economics, income comes to our mind. That how is income connected to daily life of the people, right? Now people have a mixed goal in this, materialistic or non-materialistic. Materialistic goals of people means to earn income, money and salary, a higher income. So materialistic mainly involves money and profit, okay, which will ultimately fulfill all their wishes, right? Whereas non-materialistic goal includes respect, equal treatment, safety, and education, which is equally important in the society. Because अगर हमारे पास सिर्फ पैसा होगा और ऐसे qualities like respect, equal treatment ये नहीं होगा, then it's of no use, right? Because you need these. Achha, now let's talk about another terminology, that is national development. Now we've understood development. What is national development? अब development है progress, ठीक है? So national development must be progress of a nation. Can I say? Can I say progress of a nation? I can definitely say that. It refers to the ability of a nation to improve the lives of its citizens. कि उनका standard of living high हो, agriculture, industries, education and health industries उनकी prosper हो. Sorry. Okay. Now how to compare different countries or states. While we are talking about development, सही तो है ना? Audio must be proper. ठीक है. हाँ. What if हमें different countries या different states को compare करना हो कि कौन ज़्यादा developed है, कि कौन ज़्यादा developed है? How are we going to compare that? There must be some criteria. There must be some criteria. Yes or no? Let's understand. Countries are classified on the basis of income. कितना earn कर रहे हैं. But what is a country's income? Country's income is calculated by the total income of all the people who are earning. मतलब कंट्री के इनकम वही होगी जो उसके पीपल अर्न कर रहे होंगे, isn't it? It's not like आप इंडिया की इनकम कैलकुलेट करोगे श्रीलंका के पीपल जो अर्न कर रहे हैं उसके बेसिस पर. नो, द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया ओनली. Let's understand about income then. So let's see World Bank classification. World Bank is an organization जिसने बताया है कि आप कैसे कंपेयर कर सकते हो, ठीक है? Just give me a second. Give me a second. Let me arrange. I guess the audio must be better now. ठीक है. World Bank ने हमें बताया that we can use average income or per capita income, because at the end different people are earning different amounts of money, right? So just talking about a few people would not help. So we need to take the average of a country. The average आदमी कितना कमाता है, right? It will be calculated based on the money earned by per person in a specific area. Let's say I am talking about Mumbai, कि मुंबई में कितना कमा रहे हैं लोग. So what I'll do, जितने भी लोग कमा रहे हैं, I'm gonna take the average of that in a specific year. The formula for calculating per capita income is per capita income, total income of the country divided by the total population. ठीक है, जो total income आई है, let's say if I say the total income is for instance 293 million rupees, for example dollars, for example in any country, and total population is let's say 56 m. So you need to divide that to get the per capita income. For example, I've just taken an example. The formula is this. Okay. Now, on the basis of development, countries are classified into three: developed, underdeveloped, developing countries. India comes in the category of low middle income countries or developing countries. Developed countries जो ज्यादा अर्न कर रही है, अंडर डेवलप्ड जो कम अर्न कर रही है, डेवलपिंग जो ठीक ठाक अर्न कर रही है. ठीक है. अब बात करते हैं क्राइटेरिया की कि कौन सा एक ऐसा स्टैंडर्ड है जिसके बेसिस पर हम क्लासिफाई कर रहे हैं कि इतने स्टैंडर्ड से ज्यादा होगा तो रिच है, कम होगा तो पुअर है, एंड इसके पैरेलल होगा तो ऑलमोस्ट डेवलपिंग है, ऐसा हम बोल सकते हैं. So we have to understand that countries with per capita income of US dollars 12,056 per annum and above in 2017 are called rich countries. तो जिनकी इनकम 12,056 रुपीज से ज्यादा है, they are going to be rich or developed, and US डॉलर लेंगे, हमेशा याद रखना. Countries with per capita income of US dollar 955 or less are called low income countries. कि 955 से अगर कम है तो वो low income is consider करेंगे या underdeveloped country. ठीक है. Now talking about India, because we are living in India, so we must know कि India कहाँ belong करता है. India belong to the country of low middle income. Low middle income मतलब कि it is between, let's say this is the developed, this is underdeveloped. So India lies in between. ठीक है. ये डेवलप्ड है हमारी, ये अंडर डेवलप्ड है. तो इंडिया थोड़ा सा ऊपर है इसके, ये हाई मिडिल है, ये लो मिडिल है. तो इंडिया जस्ट अंडर डेवलप्ड के ऊपर आता है. दैट यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड. ठीक है. Because its per capita income in 2017 was just US dollar 1820. We are saying that 12,056 होगा तब डेवलप होगा. यहाँ पर तो 1820 है, तो डेफिनेटली अंडर डेवलप से ज्यादा है, बट डेवलप से कम है. Talking about the World Development Report, what does it exactly state? Pros are that it gives clear understanding of income of the countries. ठीक है. The pros of World Bank Development Report, that it gives us a clear understanding of the income, that what is the income of this particular country, Sri Lanka, let's say, what about Bangladesh, what about India, right, what about China. Then it sets specific parameters of comparison such as national income and per capita income, that what are the parameters or criteria by which we are comparing different countries, कि मेरा India ज़्यादा developed है या Bangladesh, right, Nepal is more developed or Bhutan. How do we understand? Through these comparisons, right? And the parameters are national income or per capita income. Pros हो गए. So now talking about the cons, the disadvantages. It considers only income and not other aspects such as literacy, health, and life expectancy. Because income is not just life, right? Just money is not everything. There are many other things also, many other aspects also, like literacy. How many people are literate? Health. What about the health status? How many people are healthy? Life expectancy. What is the average lifespan of the people? Okay, so this is the first disadvantage. Second disadvantage says only tells about income and not how it is distributed among the citizens, how much they are earning. This is not told exactly, right? Now talking about income and other criteria for comparing the countries. Infant mortality rate, known as IMR, indicates the number of children that die before the age of 1 year as a proportion of 100 live children born in that particular year. Let me explain you this concept. 8 seconds. What it basically tries to say, let's say एक year है 2019, मैंने लिया है एक year for instance. Now per 100 children पर जब भी 100 children born होंगे, उसके बेसिस पर 100 children के बेसिस पर कितने dead हैं, I mean how many children died, that you need to understand before the age of 1 year per 100 children. Per 100 children, how many children died? That is what will give you the infant mortality rate. Okay. Now, when we think of a nation, we think of the two basic components. What are these two basic components? Let's understand. Average income, that is there only. Along with that, other equally important attributes, the other aspects that we cannot ignore, right? We cannot ignore them. Chaliye, I hope it's visible. Hai visible. We are comparing three states. NCERT has given this data. We are comparing Haryana, Kerala and Bihar. IMR, literacy rate, per capita income and net attendance ratio. IMR, I have told you, literacy rate, the people who are literate. Net attendance ratio, okay, that how many children of the ages 14-15 are going to school. Correct? नाउ अब देखो पर 1000 वर्ड्स पर कितने बच्चे जाते हैं इनके. हरियाणा में 33 चिल्ड्रन डाई पर 1000, केरला में 10, बिहार में 38. लिटरेसी रेट परसेंटेज कितने प्रपोर्शन या रेशियो परसेंटेज के बच्चे आर एबल टू रीड एंड राइट एनी लैंग्वेज. लिटरेसी का मतलब इंग्लिश नहीं होता, लिटरेसी का मतलब प्रॉपर एजुकेशन नहीं होता. लिटरेसी का मतलब इतना होता है कि एक बच्चा किसी भी लैंग्वेज में रीड या राइट कर सके तो लिटरेसी होगा. इन हरियाणा इफ आई टॉक अबाउट 82% पीपल चिल्ड्रन आर लिटरेट, आई मीन पीपल. केरला में 94 एंड बिहार में 62 ओनली. पर कैपिटा इनकम दैट इज this of Haryana, Kerala is this and Bihar is this. So you can see in net attendance ratio per 100 persons age 14-15. So in Haryana 61 students go to school out of 100, in Kerala 83 and Bihar 43. Now per capita income is higher in Haryana and lowest in Bihar, which indicates employment status and scope of earnings is quite less in Bihar. That in Bihar the employment status is low, people are not earning much, right? IMR is the lowest in Kerala and highest in Bihar. High IMR, poor healthcare facility, so not good hospitals are present, okay, because of which children are dying of diseases or different other factors. High per capita income does not guarantee for better healthcare facilities because it's just the earnings. How can we ensure better facilities? Literacy rate is highest in Kerala and lowest in Bihar. It means in Kerala, people are aware of the importance of literacy. Okay. Net attendance ratio is highest in Kerala, lowest in Bihar. Again, net attendance ratio is connected to literacy somewhere. Okay. All these aspects indicate that per capita income is not the best criteria to decide development, but other basic facilities and quality of also matters and must be properly counted for development. Okay. Talking about the public facilities. So what are public facilities? They are the basic facilities which every citizen of a country needs for their well-being. Public facilities, आपको जो भी facilities चाहिए from the government, right, all are included in public facilities. Great. अब tell me who is going to give these facilities? Government. हमने गवर्नमेंट को इलेक्ट किया है इन डेमोक्रेसी, तो गवर्नमेंट ही हमें देगा. बट व्हाई डू यू नीड दीज पब्लिक फैसिलिटीज? देयर आर 4 रीजंस. आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू टू अंडरस्टैंड दीज रीजंस. नंबर 1, because all citizens of a country are not equally rich. Since all are not equally rich, everybody needs certain facilities from the government also. Second point says certain sections of society cannot afford the basic facilities such as food. Even उनके लिए खाने के लिए पैसे नहीं है, right? Government helps them through the public distribution system or PDS. Sometimes even if one has sufficient income, she cannot avail the certain facilities. For example, pollution-free environment. There is a lot of pollution in Delhi, right? Even though that person is rich, can he change this condition in Delhi? No, it will remain polluted only Delhi. Okay. There are many health services, services like education, health, transportation, which have become cheap and affordable if provided collectively. Free education has been initiated by the government. Healthcare services have been improved, right? Now we are going to talk about the BMI. What is BMI? It is body mass index. Is a scale. Basically, it is again a criteria. Okay. Measures body fat based on height and weight that applies to adult men and women. So it gives you the idea कि if your height and weight का balance is proper or not. Okay. For example, ideal weight for 14-year girl is this and this, and 14-year boy is also this according to the BMI. Okay. Now we have Human Development Report, another method to compare countries. अभी हमने World Bank का देखा था per capita income. Now we are watching the Human Development Report. It is considered to be the best method to measure development. Why? Let's understand that. It is published by the UNDP. UNDP is an organization जिसका full form है United Nations Development Program. ये best इसीलिए है because it considers public health, कि health कैसी है उस region की, education, कितने लोग educated हैं, poverty level, what is it exactly, etc. And India occupies 130th rank in that. That is really bad. Is bad for India. Correct? Now compare countries based on three criteria as I told you. Living standard, that is the per capita income, ये तो होना ही चाहिए. Health status, that is life expectancy, the average life span as I told you, right? Okay. Education level of people, literacy rate and enrollment ratio in the schools. Alright. Last topic, but not the least, sustainability of development. Sustainable development, what is that? It is basically the balanced use of natural resources, basically for the preservation of these resources for the upcoming or the future generation. So we need not have to exhaust the resources because the future generations need to use them. So we need to use our resources wisely. And why to think of sustainable development? Because resources are limited. First thing, resources are very limited, especially the non-renewable ones. Second, most of the resources are non-renewable, right? They cannot be regenerated after reuse. Human beings exploit them. Human beings overuse them. And fourth point, if we keep exploiting them on this rate, we will run out of them because they are going to finish. And then what the future generations are going to use, we need to think about them also. Like first example was groundwater in India. Groundwater, it is getting depleted. If this continues, we won't be having much of fresh water from the ground. Exhaustion of natural resources like the crude oil example as it is given in your NCERT. Crude oil is also getting depleted. So I told you depletion of groundwater resources in Punjab, West UP, right? 40% decline in the groundwater. Are you able to see? That is scaled. Okay. Example 2, which is about crude oil, as I told you, it is just going to last for 50 years, they are saying. Wait a second. They are saying crude oil is just going to last for 50 years. Because oil reserves are being exploited, utilized a lot, and energy are not well developed yet. That is the reason. Okay, so we have finished with the chapter that is development, and thank you so much for attending the session. In case you have any doubts, do let me know in the comment section. I will be grateful to receive all your comments. And one homework question that I would like to give you. Homework question is, name the criteria used by World Bank to compare different countries. Okay, World Bank's parameter. That is going to be your homework question. Thank you so much for attending my session, guys. And I would like to say goodbye. Bye bye.